you can call the case of the ruptured railing. Okay? And this too is a civil lawsuit, which means the plaintiff has got the burden of proving that the defendant caused the injury. And again, there won't be a question that plaintiff got hurt here. But who's to blame? Who's responsible for the injuries? Plaintiff, are you ready to go forward? Yes, Your Honor. Remember, no. Let's do this again. With enthusiasm and gusto, like, because you can impress the jury this time. Like, yeah, we're ready to go. Try it again. Plaintiff, are you ready to go forward? Okay. This is good. Yes, good. Energy is good. Defendant, are you ready to go forward?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Plaintiff, please do your opening, please. Come on.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Cece DeVecchis, and I am representing the plaintiff, Alex Cooper. July 4th, 2023 was an absolutely devastating day for my client, Alex Cooper, all because of John Williams' own negligence. My client rented out a condominium from John Williams on June 27th while his house was being remodeled. Everything appeared to be normal, so my client invited some of his friends over for the 4th of July, purchased some pizza and beverages, and planned to have a good night while watching baseball. Everything was going well, and so my client went out onto the balcony to watch fireworks. My client tried to get a better view of the fireworks because there were really tall trees in the way, which should have been a quick action. But then he crashed through the railings. He woke up in a hospital bed and was informed he broke his wrist and suffered a major head injury called aphasia. His medical bills cost him over $86,000 and he lost $25,000 in wages. Therefore, I hope that today you will find John Williams negligent for his actions.
Thank you. Defendant, you have an opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Come on up.
Hello, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Robert Cahill, and I am representing the defendant, John Williams. My client owns a condominium that he rents out to Airbnb. My client is proud of his condominium, and he inspects it every week to make sure everything is safe and in good condition. On June 27th, 2023, plaintiff rented out my client's condo. My client was aware of a slight problem with the railing, being overly cautious, putting signs saying caution railing loose. On July 4th, 2023, the plaintiff was having a party with a couple of friends in my client's condo. The plaintiff, Alex Cooper, were outside to see the fireworks and was clearly drunk as the evidence will show. It is not my client's fault that on July 4th, Alex Cooper was in a drunken state, did not read the sign, and tolerated it. The plaintiff accusing my client of renting in an unsafe condo, but that is simply not true. After viewing evidence, I know you will find my client not negligent.
Thank you. Plaintiff, call your first witness, please.
Your Honor, I would like to call Alex Cooper to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay. May you speak loud and slowly. Your witness.
What is your name and age?
My name is Alex Cooper and I'm 28 years old.
What's your occupation?
I work as an engineer
Where were you living on July 4th, 2023?
at a condominium in Willow Ridge. I rented it from a man named John Williams.
Why were you renting the condominium?
My home was being remodeled.
What were you doing in the condominium on the evening of July 4th?
I decided to have a party with two of my friends. I ordered pizza, wings, and beverages for the night. There was a baseball game on TV. Then around 9 o'clock, I went outside to try to take a video of the fireworks that were going off that night. I leaned on the railing until I shifted. The next thing I did, I was falling through the railing and I was petrified. Me hitting the hard wood concrete is the last thing I can remember.
How many stories high was the condominium building?
It was 3 stories high.
What story were you on?
I was on the 2nd story.
What happened that caused this case to be filed?
The balcony railing gave out when I fell.
What was the quality of the balcony railings?
It looked old and worn out, like it had never been repaired since it was built.
What was the railing made of?
It was made of wood.
What part of your body hit the concrete?
The left side of my body. I tried to break the wall with my hand.
Can you elaborate on what happened after the fall?
I was knocked unconscious. I later learned I was escorted to the hospital by ambulance. They treated me for my injuries and they said I received a traumatic brain injury called aphasia. I broke my wrist and suffered major blood loss. My doctor told me that the aphasia could later develop into something severe like dementia.
What effect did these injuries have on your life?
I want to live with memory loss for the rest of my life. I was out of work for 2 months and 6 days and lost $25,000 in wages.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor.
May proceed.
Did you inspect the condo unit before you rented it?
Yes.
Did you see anything wrong with the unit at the time?
No.
Did you go out onto the balcony at all before July 4th?
Yes, but I did not touch the railing.
Isn't it true that there was a sign on the balcony railing? If so, what did it say?
Yes, I think it said something about the railing being loose.
Isn't it true that you chose to disregard the sign on July 4th, 2023 and lean on the railing?
It was dark out, so I couldn't see the signs to remind me. Even if it wasn't dark, the sign was too small.
Were the beverages mentioned earlier alcohol?
Yes,
Did you have any alcohol to drink?
I had 2.5 Bud Lights.
How much time was in between each beer you drank?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Isn't it true then that you were under the influence of alcohol on July 4th, 2023?
Not really.
Isn't it possible that the beer impaired your judgment?
Slightly, but it didn't really affect me.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. May step down. Plaintiff, you have another witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'd like to call Roberto Sanchez to the stand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You guys come loudly with enthusiasm again, okay? Loudly and slow. Don't be shy. Get the microphone.
What is your name and age? My name is Roberto Sanchez, and I'm 46 years old. What is your occupation? I am a small Mexican restaurant near the Villa Ridge condominium. What were you doing on the night of July 4th? I was working at my restaurant for most of the day. When I came home, I sat in my chair next to the window preparing for the fireworks show to start. Do you recall what happened that evening? Yes, I saw my neighbor, Alex Cooper, fall through the balcony next to mine during the fireworks show when I heard the first fireworks crack. Are you positive what you saw? What else did you see? Yes, I'm positive that Alex Cooper fell through the railing because it was broken. There was a sign on its railing, but I cannot read what it said. Did Alex break the railing, or was it already broken? It seems like the railing of John Williams' condominium was broken when Alex got there. Why would there be a sign if it wasn't broken? How did you know that the railing wasn't fixed? On my morning walks, I saw Xavier's truck outside John's condominium, but since Alex fell through, I don't think it ever got fixed. What did you do when Alex fell through the railing? I called 911. No further questions, Your Honor.
Do you have any cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor.
May proceed.
Where is your unit located? My unit is located to the left of John Williams' condominium.
Are you sure that what you saw was correct?
Yes, that's what I saw.
Is there anything blocking the view between your unit and Alex Cooper's unit?
Yes, there are a few small trees.
So isn't it true that you do not have a clear view of the balcony?
Yes, it's true, but I can still see a little.
Did you say you worked all day?
Yes, I did.
So isn't it possible that you were tired
Yes, I was tired.
and you might have been seen?
I could have missed it, but I'm pretty sure of what I saw.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down. Does plaintiff have any further witnesses? Some are to respond. Does anyone plaintiff have any further witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so plaintiff rests, right? That's the word we use if you're done presenting your case. That means you rest, correct? Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Let's get that, okay. Get the road for real reason here, okay? So, this point plaintiff rests, which means they now put as much of the burden of proof as they have to do this. So, hopefully the jury will think, they think that they moved the Cecil. Now it's up to the defense. Again, defense doesn't have to put a witness on, but does defense choose to put a witness on? Call your first witness.
Your Honor, I call John Williams to the stand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Again, speak loudly and slowly. You may proceed.
What is your name and age?
My name is John Williams and I'm 37 years old.
What is your occupation?
I am a neurosurgeon.
Where do you currently live?
I currently live in Swedesboro.
Is that the only residence you own?
Now I also own a condominium in the Willow Ridge condominium complex in Collinsville, New Jersey.
Could you tell us about the condo?
I rent my condo out through Airbnb for $750 a week. Since I rent out my condo, I check every week to make sure everything is good and running smoothly.
What are some examples of things you check?
I check appliances such as the stove, refrigerator, and dishwasher. Make sure there are no cracks in any surface. Check the smoke alarms, and I check the plumbing for leaks.
Do you have a balcony, and if so, do you maintain it?
Yes, I have a balcony, and on the balcony, I check the railing and make sure it's clean and stable.
Did you ever find anything wrong with the balcony?
Yes, on June 15th, 2023, I checked the railing and found out it was slightly loose, so I reached out to Xavier Woods, a contractor, and asked him if he could come out and do a deeper check on the balcony railing.
Did you meet with Xavier?
Yes, I met with Xavier at the condo on the 17th. He said the railing would be okay under normal use, but just in case, I put up a sign saying caution railing loose. The sign was 7 by 9 inches.
Did you hire Xavier to fix the railing?
I thought I did. Xavier was supposed to come out on the 20th to fix the railing, but due to family issues that came up last minute, he could not come. I was really upset that he did not contact me about coming.
What happened after that?
Later that day, I got a notification from Airbnb saying that my unit would be rented for a month. I was really excited to have a rental income. My excitement was short-lived because 3 weeks later I was informed that the tenant fell through the railing.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination by plaintiff.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where were you when you got a notification that Alex fell through the railing? In my house in Swedesboro.
You knew that the railing was broken, correct?
Yes, that is why I hired Xavier Woods to come and fix it.
Why didn't Xavier Woods come to fix the railing?
He said he had a family emergency.
Why wasn't the railing fixed before?
I was planning to fix it a few days before Alex came, but the contractor never came.
Did you make any attempt to warn Alex about the railing?
I put up a sign hoping he would see it and have more caution with the railing.
Was the sign big enough to see?
It was 7 by 9 inches, so he should have seen it.
You knew that it was too small before you put it up, correct?
I thought that at first, but it was right in front of the doors on the railing, so you can't miss it.
Shouldn't you have told Alex personally about the railing?
I was going to, but I never got around to it.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please step down. Any further witnesses for the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please call your witness.
Your Honor, I call Hazel Miller to stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Loud and slowly. You may proceed.
What is your name and age? My name is Hazel Norman. I'm 29 years old. Where do you live? I live in the Willow Ridge condominium complex in Collinswood, New Jersey. What is your occupation? I'm a second grade teacher. What were you doing on the night of July 4th? I was on my balcony watching the fireworks. I knew there was a party next door in Mr. Williams' condominium because I could hear people shouting over the baseball game and glasses moving together. Later, I heard someone open the door to the balcony. I saw Alex Cooper stumble onto the balcony of the condominium. I had a feeling that he was drunk because of the way he walked. He was wobbly and looked dizzy. Right after he walked onto the balcony, he pulled out his phone to take a picture, and he started leaning super far away from me. I believe that he would have fallen even if the railing was not broken. What did you do after he fell? I ran inside to grab my phone and I called 911. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Any cross-examination by plaintiff?
Yes, Your Honor. You stated that you witnessed this incident, correct?
Yes, I did.
What time did you see this incident?
About 9 p.m.
Where was your unit located in relation to Mr. Williams?
My unit was located to the right of Mr. Williams' condo.
There was a sign by the balcony that was too small to see, correct?
Yes, it was a little small, but not too small to read from where I was sitting.
You said that you heard glasses clinking together and the television on, right?
Yes.
Are you sure of what you heard? The door to the balcony was closed.
Yes, I'm sure.
The air conditioner was also running since it was the summer. So how could have you heard the TV and the glasses over that and closed door?
I know what I heard since the AC was not too loud to me. There were also shattering, which I would never mistake for music.
Let's go back to those glasses. You said that you heard them clicking together, right? Did you see what was in the glasses?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down. Any further witnesses from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. The defense rests? Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Okay. All you know. Okay, at this point, we're going to do summations. And again, we start with the defendant. You'd like to do a summation.
What'd you say?
You want to do a closing statement and summation? Yeah, come on up. Podium is all yours. You may proceed.
Your Honor, members of the jury, thank you for your time and attention throughout this trial. Throughout this case, we heard testimony from the witnesses. We heard the defendant, John Williams, swear an oath that he sincerely takes care of his condominium and is a good homeowner. We heard John Williams say he really cares about his condominium and takes care of the condo really well. Your Honor, we have also heard from my client that he knew the balcony rail was loose, so he contacted a contractor, Xavier Woods, to come out and fix the rail. But as you know, Xavier did not come due to family issues. Xavier also had no time to contact my client, John Williams. So John Williams, being overly cautious, put up a sign which said, "Caution, railing loose." However, the plaintiff, Alex Cooper, decided to disregard the sign while under the influence of alcohol, which then caused him to fall through the rail. After hearing the evidence, I hope you find it clear of my client, John Williams, and that he is not negligent for Alex Cooper's fault.
Thank you. Plaintiff, you'd like to do a summation?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the jury, thank you for your attention and time. You've seen the evidence on both sides, some weak, some strong, and some in the middle, but I hope you will find John Williams negligent in his actions. John Williams noticed a loose railing in his condo. Because of this, he hired a contractor who was supposed to repair the railing on the date of June 20th, 2023, but couldn't make it. John Williams was clearly negligent for not hiring another contractor or following up with the original contractor, Xavier Woods. The chances of Xavier missing the date again were very slim, but John still chose to be negligent and not schedule another date. John Williams rented out his condo knowing he had full responsibility for keeping it in shape. but chose not to take immediate action for the railing, creating a potentially dangerous environment. This example of pure negligence caused my client, Alex Cooper, to fall from the balcony, tragically suffering from a broken wrist and aphasia that can later develop into something worse than like dementia. He lost $25,000 in wages and also over $86,000 from the cost of medical expenses. We hope you will make a fair and just decision that John Williams was negligent in his actions. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Again, we're going to split up into the same groups. The first group from the STEM Academy, you can decide whether that's 1, 2, or 2 juries. Here are the 2 questions I'm going to ask the jury to deliberate. Again, we know that Alex was injured, just as in the first case we do, that Mrs. Walker was injured. But here, we want to know, is Alex responsible for his own injuries, or is John Williams responsible for Alex's injuries? If you find that Alex is responsible for his own injuries, you stop. No more. If you find that John Williams is responsible, then I'm going to ask you, how much should John Williams pay to Alex for Alex's injuries? Okay, so this is a good time to split up into your juries. I'll give you about 5 minutes or so, and then I'll call the 4 persons up to the front. Come on up. This is easy. I'm going to ask you first your name and then what school you were. Your name?
My name is Kiara Abel and I attend STEM Academy Middle School.
Okay, and did your jury reach a verdict?
Yes, I was ready that Alex did not fall for his own injuries.
So Alex is responsible for his own injuries? So is that unanimous?
Yes.
Thank you. Next juror. Your name and school?
My name is Kendall Lorraine, and I go to STEM Academy.
Okay. And did your jury reach a verdict?
Yes.
What is that verdict?
That Alex is at fault for his own injury.
Okay. And was that unanimous? I gotta ask you a question. Why is he responsible for his own injuries?
Because he was drunk and when he could see a sign from like a house away, then he should have been able to see it.
So you really went through the facts? Perfect, thank you. You think I asked her a lot of questions? Your name?
My name is Ariana McPherson, and I go to STEM Academy.
Okay. And did your jury reach a verdict?
Yes.
And what was that verdict?
Our verdict was that Alex is responsible for his own injuries.
Okay. And was that unanimous? Meaning, did everyone vote, did everyone agree to that, or was that more jurors than others?
They all agreed to that.
And you know why? Because you heard the other 4 persons when they talked about the alcohol. Did they give a reason? You know why they voted that way? What do you think?
I think they voted that way because he was, as he said, he drank 2.5 bottles of alcohol and he was heavily under the influence. And if he had checked the whole house before granting it, he should have noticed that there was a sign and that if they were going to host a party on July 4th, that he should not drink that much alcohol. And he was responsible for his injuries for not, for being heavily under the influence of alcohol.
Thank you. Okay. I want you to know something. And the reason I asked the questions of the jurors at the end there, because you can tell, obviously the juries didn't have a lot of time to deliberate. They thought about it. And I tell people, I've tried a number of cases, and I know Patricia Hurffville, there you are. She and I may have come across each other in some earlier life, she's tried a number of cases. And would you agree that, juries try to get it right, no matter what?
Yes, they do.
They really do, and we joke, we give them a whole $5 a day, okay? That's not it. You walk into that jury room, you try to get it right. And again, with the short amount of time that the students have, they try to get it right. And I can tell you, the system really works. That being said, I think you want to add anything? Okay, so, yes, you have a real question. Please, I want to listen. This is a good time to ask a question. Yes.
Your Honor, who
Yes.
do you think won the case?
Why? I always think the jury got it right. Okay, it's, you know, but he asked a very good, seems to have lost the jury. No? Okay. First person, please come on up. This is easy. I'm gonna ask you first your name and then what school you were. Your name?
My name is Kiara Abel, and I attend STEM Academy Middle School.
Okay, and did your jury reach a verdict?
Yes, our verdict is that Alex did not fall for his own injuries.
So Alex was responsible for his own injuries? So is that unanimous?
Yes.
Thank you. Next juror. Your name and school?
My name is Kendall Lorraine, and I go to STEM Academy.
And did your jury reach a verdict?
Yes.
What is that verdict?
That Alex is at fault for his own injury.
Okay. And was that unanimous? I gotta ask you a question. Why is he responsible for his own injuries?
Because he was drunk and like he could see the sign from like a house away, then he should have been able to see it.
So you really went through the facts? Perfect, thank you. You think I asked her a lot of questions? Your name?
My name is Ariana McPherson, and I go to STEM Academy.
Okay. And did your jury reach a verdict?
Yes.
And what was that verdict?
Our verdict was that Alex is responsible for his own injuries.
Okay. And was that unanimous? Meaning, did everyone vote, did everyone agree to that, or was that more jurors than others?
They all agreed to that.
And you know why? Because you heard the other four person when they talked about the alcohol. They give a reason? You know why they voted that way? What do you think?
I think they voted that way because he was, as he said, he drank 2.5 bottles of alcohol and he was heavily under the influence. And if he had checked the whole house before granting it, he should have noticed that there was a sign and that if they were going to host a party on July 4th, that he should not drink that much alcohol. And he was responsible for his injuries for not, for being heavily under the influence of alcohol.
Thank you.